Hello everyone, we'll be covering a Bughouse World Championship game. Oh, I forgot to update my stream title. Let's do that now. This was not on the calendar, so I wasn't really prepared for it. So we're already a few games in. Okay, updated stream title. Let's see where we're at right now. Our score is now 5-3, favoring Abykhovsky and MissFairyQueen. This is an unusual situation because usually we have number 1 versus number 2 seeds from the group section because we expect the number 1 seed to win their section. But the number 1 seed, MissFairyQueen and Abykhovsky, forfeited one of their matches because of I'm not sure how to explain it, but I think basically a misunderstanding of the time of the match, or one of them was not able to show up or something like that. So they actually finished second in their group. So this is basically the equivalent of a 1 versus 1 seed. Raise4info played many years on the free internet chess server, where his handle was I think this is Win Your Rook from the free internet chess server. ChristopherYoo is a very young international master who is getting very good at Bughouse very quickly, as is Abykhovsky, by the way. Both of them have not been playing Bughouse that long, but already are playing at a quite high level. Hey, great Keith, thanks for watching. Hey, Chess Doofus. So our score is now 5-3. The time right now is MissFairyQueen is up time. She is waiting for some material because this king of Raise4info is very exposed. So this knight, one of these knights would be very good. I suspect we'll see knight at h4, which will prevent the king from running out. 2 knights would probably mate. Because with the second knight, you couldn't go down, or another knight could land here. There's that knight move. Pawn check, knight mates, or rook mates. That forces a rook, and there's the mate. So our score right now is, oh, I had the score wrong before. Our score right now is 7-3, favoring MissFairyQueen and Abykhovsky. Let me double check what the amount they're going to is. I believe it's first to 11 with a win by 2 condition, but let's look that up. It's first to 11. So MissFairyQueen has a bit of tempo, is on the attack, has a fairly safe king. Abykhovsky is the one with the least safe king though. So a rook mates him. Knight probably mates him. Yeah, knight mates him because of this afterwards. ChristopherYoo is actually up time. MissFairyQueen cannot give this knight. It will mate. Trying to gain some time by sacking a pawn there. Maybe we put a bishop here, and then if the knight gets taken, then queen at h. No, actually that's not mate because of knight takes. Oh, that's a clever move. Promoted to knight. Now a bishop mates. Knight in the back, still mates. And they're up, still up 2 seconds. So knight mates, bishop mates. Rook does not mate. 2 pawns probably mates. Abby trying to get away, but it's going to be tough. They are down 8 seconds. There's no way they will win this game. MissFairyQueen will probably be flagged, but they've resigned. Our score is now 7-4, favoring MissFairyQueen and Abykhovsky. This is a structure we often see, which is a very safe structure for the king. Normally you see the king castled. So perhaps ChristopherYoo will castle soon. Looks like ChristopherYoo is trying to get in on this king before castling can even happen. But Abykhovsky is on tempo. Hard to get this king in one move. Like, normally pawn at c6 might be a good move, but ChristopherYoo has to deal with his king safety first. Now the king is a little safer. Can afford to take some risks, so it's probably time for ChristopherYoo to attack. We do see the attack going. Raise4info is getting attacked as well. MissFairyQueen has a very safe king and has checkmate. Our score is now 8-4, favoring the MissFairyQueen team. So we already see ChristopherYoo on the attack. Abykhovsky trying to get some counterattack. So a rook mates for ChristopherYoo. MissFairyQueen is going to need to hold a rook. And MissFairyQueen is getting attacked too. This is looking pretty good for the ChristopherYoo team. Although now Abykhovsky is relatively safe, we might see a sack on f2 at some point. MissFairyQueen trying her best to live. It's going to be a difficult position to live through. Raise4info finds a checkmate. Our score is now 8-5. Blausall in chat called that a self-mate. Queen trade on offer. MissFairyQueen probably gonna attack on h6. Yep. So queen mates. Rook is quite good. Okay, she is just traded. Raise4info is a lot safer now, and indeed is on the attack. MissFairyQueen bled a bit of material to stay safe. These are weak dark squares, but Raise4info only has a knight in its hand. Knight check is a possibility. Bishop check is a possibility. Ooh, that's fancy. If king takes, bishop check. Cut off a safe square. This is very nicely done. Rook over, I assume. Nice mate. That was great technique. Basically sacking the queen to bring the king over to the other side of the board. It was not very safe. Our score right now is 9-5. Remember, this is first to 11 with a win by 2 condition. I assume we're taking that knight. Maybe take the rook, then the bishop, something like that. Take the rook, then the bishop, then knight check. Okay, picking up the knight. Whoa, this king is not going to live. No way that king lives. This is interesting though because of the mate in one threat. Can't take this immediately. This is nice, attack and defend. Once you lop off this pawn, you can afford to take some other things. Wow, okay. And Abykhovsky gets mate on ChristopherYoo. Our score right now is 10-5, favoring the MissFairyQueen team. Most of these games, the time is fairly close, which we tend to see at the higher levels. Raise4info being very aggressive with his attack. But I think MissFairyQueen is reasonably safe here. Making a threat of her own. Maybe bishop in, something like that. Oh, okay. Instead, MissFairyQueen going for defense. Abykhovsky trying to get the king a little bit safer again. Gives up a little bit of material in the process. Is he rook here, or pawn in? Oh, he gets a pawn. So promotion is threatened. This king is very vulnerable. But right now, Raise4info has no material, and Abykhovsky is up time. Abykhovsky really should stall until MissFairyQueen get the king a little bit safer. 2 rooks mates for MissFairyQueen with knight check, pawn take, rook in, king takes, pawn takes. But Abykhovsky finds mate on his board instead. So that is GG's. Our final score is 11-5. So this was the round of 32 in single elimination phase. So Raise4info and ChristopherYoo have been eliminated, and MissFairyQueen and Abykhovsky are going to proceed to the round of 16. So congratulations to them. Are there any other BWC matches coming up? This match wasn't even on the calendar, and I don't see any others on the calendar. Oh, Plester Hippie. So you had a match earlier today. How did your match go? Yeah, that was an unlucky pairing for Raise4info and ChristopherYoo. But I mean, the pairings are just going to get tougher and tougher for everyone. So even if they had a luckier pairing and made it to the next round, I mean, eventually they're going to catch a hard team. No more matches for now. Oh, you won 9-0. Congratulations, Pastor Hippie. Let's give a few quick shout outs before we raid. Pastor Hippie streams and MissFairyQueen streams. Okay, we are gonna look for someone to raid. And I believe there was a 4-player chess stream going on, so we'll probably raid that one. Let's just check. Oh, hold on. Back up the truck. Looks like we have a Bughouse stream going on. So that is who we should raid. Narcissus is streaming. Yeah, the last few rounds are going to be very exciting. Thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. We're going to send you to Narcissus, who is streaming some Bughouse right now. So he's rated about 1400, so this is some lower level Bughouse. But Bughouse always fun to watch. So show him some love, drop him some follows. If you haven't followed me yet, appreciate a follow to get notified of my future streams. I stream mostly Bughouse, but also some 4-player chess, Puzzle Rush Puzzle Battle, and other variety games. I'll be streaming tonight at about 1 a.m. 4-player chess, and right now it's about 8:42 p.m. for me. So in about 4 hours, give or take. Have a great night, everyone.